Alright guys, we're back in the shop. I wanted to show you my heat exchanger plumbing and how I mounted the pump and everything like that. Alright, so starting off up here at the lid, I ended up finding these Dorman fittings online. You get two, so which was nice, and they're 90s. I'll put the link in the description below. But they're 90 degrees, they're clip-on, and I use these Oetiker style, I guess. I don't know what you call them, but they're these cinch-on stainless rings for the connections here. Just gives it more of a factory look. And these are a 5/8 inch hose barb on this end, so you have to have a 5/8 hose. Then we go to an adapter because the rest of the system is 3/4. So we got two adapters here. Coolant goes into the reservoir. Then from the reservoir goes straight down to the pump down here. See if I can get a shot of that for you here. I just got it mounted on the frame rail with one long bolt and a lock nut on there. It worked out pretty good because the exit out of the pump I just looped around behind the radiator here. It goes along the radiator, hooks back over here, and I got it in this little Z kind of set up to go into the top of the heat exchanger. The coolant comes out, does a U there. I got a U connection along the bottom of the heat exchanger, and that goes directly up into the lid up here from that U connection around the front. There's these holes cut in the front of the car here that was perfect to pass the line through right there. It's the only real way I see to do it here. It looks kind of crazy, but there's no way the lines are going in there, so it's either around here or around there. I found these heater hose connections at auto parts store. They have all shapes and sizes, a U shape, like a Z, zigzag. These are all 3/4 connections. Hopefully we get the front grill and bumper and everything installed and this isn't in the way. I still have to check that. But this is just kind of how I did it. Mounted this on a little bracket I made. It's kind of here out of the way. But these clip-on connections were good. I like that, how it was snug, and they're both going the same direction here. And so for the wiring for the pump, I mounted the relay right here with a self-tapping screw right there, right straight down to the pump, so that was good. And the wire that signals it, I got it out of here and did one of these like fuse taps into one of the 12 volt. I think this is the horn. I have to double check. It's one of the, so it's going to get 12 volt when the ignition's on. Comes across, and everything's soldered. I did all soldered connections down here to that fuse and just wired it into the pump over here. So found a ground right here, ground off the paint, make sure I had good clean metal. And for the power, I just tapped into this little guy right here, because this is the 12 volt lug from the battery, so I just went directly to that for the 12 volt for the relay here. So that's where I got that. The ground's on the frame, 12 volt signal over there. Pretty easy on these cars. All right guys, so that's how we did the plumbing on the heat exchanger and also how I wired it up. We're getting one step closer on this thing. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, smash that like button, and we'll see you on the next one.